running, throwing, jumping. This is the life of Oglethorpe University's track and field team. The old adage is true. What most athletes in other sports view as punishment is track and field's main event. Unlike most other sports, track is unique in that competition is not limited by divisions or conferences, meaning that Division III Oglethorpe can expect to see big-name Division I schools such as Georgia, Alabama, and Stanford at track meets across the country.
In the middle of that lane, put your feet, toes, pointing where you're going. And what you want to do is start from the line. When you get to the arrow point, just pick it up. As you see, you engage your arms differently. Pick them in like your legs are falling suit, but you're going to have to move that arm quickly. Go ahead and get from there. You just cruise into the arrow point.
Coach Bob Unger is the head coach at Oglethorpe and has been coaching both the men's and women's teams for 20 years. He says that over the years, he's seen the program and the talent improve.
Been coaching track?
20 years.
20 years.
20 years.
Started off here at Oglethorpe?
That's correct. When I got here, they didn't have track at all. They had dropped it in the 70s. They hired me just for men's cross country. I asked the athletic director at the time, did he not want a women's team? He said, oh yeah, but we won't get enough out. But we did. And then we started track that spring.
Due to its season spanning both the winter and spring seasons, track is truly an all-weather sport. Hot, cold, sunny, cloudy, rain or shine, OU track and field athletes are expected to push themselves and perform no matter the circumstances. This is why, especially in Oglethorpe's case, the often cited dedication, determination, and sheer willpower are more than the minimum requirements for this sport.
And what is needed for the throws? Like, I mean, I'm sure enough people just look at the shot especially and think you just throw it or the javelin.
Yes, they think it's just throwing, but there's so much technique involved in the whole sport of throwing because you have to use every muscle in your body, your tries, your biceps, your hips, everything has to be used. So it's a lot of working out on each part of your body to make the outcome the best that it can be.
Like you said, it is a misconception that track is just about running, silly. It's a year-round thing. In the gym at least 2 times a day, during the summer, during the fall, learning the fundamentals of the actual event. Each event has its own technicalities. You have to be aware of where your feet, your arms, your fingers are at all times. It's a sport you have to be thinking about all the time.
For a small non-scholarship program like Oglethorpe's, motivation is key to a successful season. In addition to frequent pep talks from coaches and older students alike, OU athletes rely on a signature camaraderie that travels with them at home, on the road, and off the field.
When you see that they might be struggling.
When someone cheers you on, it's a 180. Like you feel like you might die. Someone says, you know, go, you're doing great. You pick it up. It's just natural. You want to pick it up for your teammates.
Pretty much there's an old line in the movie Chariots of Fire when the coach says, coach can't put in what God's left out. In other words, it's their talent. So I just try to appeal to them and go like, I would trade places with you in a heartbeat. It is not going to last. And if you don't take advantage of it, a couple of years from now, your wife or husband doesn't want to hear about it. You know, they don't care. And if you don't do it now when you can, when you're young and healthy, you're making a mistake. So sometimes that appeals to kids, sometimes it doesn't. I've had people come out only their senior year, and in the beginning of April go like, oh, I wish I had come out. I said, don't even start with me, because I tried to get you out 3 years ago. You know, luckily you got 1 year, and so God gives you gifts, you use them.
Women